Hello. It is late Monday, probably technically Tuesday, but in any case. And I've been sorting through this big tote of the modified brick. It was about as high as the one section back there is high currently, but as you can see, I've been digging down in this one corner and pulling stuff out. I basically put it in this tote right here and put it on a table in this little hole here. And then these are the categories that I've set up. And they're kind of arbitrary. I'm sure other people would do things differently, but this is like brick stuff with weird connections, like the large ball joints and then these socket things. I've got one of these old pieces here. I'm putting these large pieces in here as well. This one is in here. This one is what I'm calling slides. So basically it's designed so a piece can slide through the groove. And sometimes they're vertical and sometimes they're horizontal, like this one. This one is brick. Well, it's all brick, but it's got pins. So these are pin connectors, either one or two, and it can be vertical or horizontal. So like here's a vertical one, still a pin connector. These are arches, either half arches or full arches, and also under arches if I have any. I probably do. I just can't find any this instant. These are other types of connectors, so kind of clippy joints and friction joints and also hinges. The brick hinges are in here. This is kind of like design brick, I guess. Almost all is this 1x2 and 1x4, either the palisade type thing or the masonry brick, or these older ones which have the vertical grooves on one side and the horizontal grooves on the other side. There is a couple of exceptions. I've put these in here too because they're kind of decorative, little crenellation type piece, so that would go in here as well. This is all Technic, and it's either straight, which most of it is, or the square or rectangular one, but it's either got pins or pinholes or axle holes, like that. So either one goes in here. It also includes a couple of weird type pieces that I found that, oh yeah, here's one right here. It's kind of got a brick at one side, but it's got lots of technical type stuff, so that I put in here too. And then this one is the right angle pieces and also the curves. So the little macaroni pieces and then the larger macaroni pieces, and also these kind of corner pieces. We've got the smaller ones in those in the squarish version, if I can lay my hands on one. There we go. So it's kind of like one of these, but not quite. It's missing that last stud in the corner. They've cut it off. I've also got one for unsaleable, either broken, like this one, or in most cases it's faded in some way, like that's really badly faded, and that's badly faded. It's supposed to be white, and it's really kind of tan. So that's that stuff. And then this is a container of, at one point I was putting these hinges in with bricks. I'm not 100% sure if I want to continue doing that, because our brick height at one point, but then the part that clips into them, which you can see here on this one, is kind of more of a plate. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm separating them out anyway. And then a container of parts that don't go in this particular place. So again, stuff that needs to go into a different place going forward. But that is what I've got going on at this point. I don't know how long it's going to take me to sort through this, but I kind of was relaxing. I listened to a couple of podcasts tonight while I was doing it. And so, yeah, that's what I'm up to. And as always, if you've got any questions, please leave them down below. Thank you very much. Hello. It is late Tuesday night. And down here on the floor, there's no tote anymore, because I have completely sorted all the modified brick. I've got 3 shoe boxes over here. The first 2 that are stacked, that's Technic with holes and axle holes. And then this one over here is arches. And then I've got more arches here. These are pin connectors. These are other types of connectors. Usually just 1x. There are some 2x in here. One is this kind of connector, the little grippy thing. And then these are not actually, these are just the hinges. I'm putting hinges in there also. And then this one is 2x, generally speaking, and larger. It's got like the big ball joints, either, you know, the ball end or the connector end, plus some other pieces. This, I guess it could be considered technical because it's got the axle hole in that orientation, but I'm putting it in here. I've got a couple of these. They're pretty old pieces, as I recall. So that stuff's going in here, along with this kind of connector, just weird stuff like that. These are the ones that have the slides in, or the groove, for like garage doors and that sort of thing, for these pieces. And then these are very similar with the slide there like that. These over here are what I'm calling decorative. So you've got the palisade brick, looks like wooden pieces. This is another old piece. It's got the horizontal lines, vertical lines on opposite sides. I'm also putting the masonry brick in here. And then a few instances of this other thing, the small piece that I'm not laying my hands on right quickly here. But it's a 1x1 with like a here we go, one of these, a little decorative thing off the end of it. And then this is more of the Technic, so I have 3 of those. And then this is the corners and curves. So it's like a corner piece. This is like a true corner piece. And then you've got the curves in the larger curve and then the smaller curve. No, that's a larger one too. Here we go. And that's the smaller one there. I got a bunch of these, and I think I mentioned this before. These are the bases for the hinges. And I have a couple in here who have the top, like this one here. And I guess at one point I decided it was going to go in modified brick. I'm not really sure I agree with that. So yeah, I just have a small container there. There's not all that many there. And then a large drawer of pieces that don't belong in here. So there's all sorts of things in here. Lots of snot bricks, and I have a feeling other people that were sorting were putting it in with modified bricks. And that's fine, they can get found. And then that back here, this one here is pieces that are faded or broken. And then I found 4 non-Lego pieces. There's 3 black ones that are kind of stacked, and that 1 gray one there. But yeah, that is what I've been up to. Got it all finished. And then tomorrow we'll start working on sub-sorting something. I'm probably going to do these here. It's generally my tactic to go with the one that I have the least of, because then I can get more done quickly. So I'll do this one probably first, and then this one, and then this one, and then probably this one, and then we'll go to arches, because I got the other arch over there. Well, yeah, and then this one. I may leave this one to last, because I kind of like this piece. This one will probably be close to last as well, and then that one. They're all about the same quantity, except for the fact that I've got one or two totes over there of additional pieces. So right down here. Anyway, that is all I've got. I'm going to get some sleep and be back tomorrow. Thank you. Hello again. It is Thursday, and stuff has happened here again. So I am busily sorting out these, what I'm calling the connector modified bricks. So they've got these types of connectors here on this piece, on both ends. That's got a different one, and some of them only have it on one end. I've also got the hinges in here, the brick height hinges. I've got clips down here. So these are the sideways clips. I haven't run into any of these in vertical, so I don't know that they make a vertical. There's the bar, but then there's these. These are vertical, and then the same type of piece with a horizontal clip. And then this is a vertical bar right here. And then these go to, they're like these snake looking pieces. They like hinge in a couple of different directions. Each time you go, it can turn in a different direction. They're kind of cool. But yeah, I've got these just now sorted out. There's a whole bunch of different ones here. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. We have about 20 different parts in here. I mean, some of them I've only got a couple of, like these here, these big ones. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I've also had other stuff going on. Somebody in my lug was interested in the minifigures from the Toy Story movie, the Army Men minifigures. So went over to where Ben had sorted those out, and I got some stuff for him ready to go. Somebody else in the lug was looking for some electronic pieces, and so we went through all the electronic stuff that I've got here and found some stuff for him. And I've had somebody here sorting. Somebody else here. So like this tote is a little bit lower. He was only here for a couple hours, but it all helps. And so yeah, all these bins are getting a little fuller now, which is really cool. And so we're gonna just keep going at this pace, see what we can do, keep things moving. Um, I don't really have anything else to add at this point, but we're gonna continue on sorting things out as best we can. As always, thank you very much. Hello. It is Friday evening, and a lot has happened in here. I am almost done with the connectors category in the modified brick. I've got these 3 left to do. All the other ones have been put away already. I have all the other categories still over here yet to do, so we'll get to those eventually. There was a couple of totes underneath the table. They're no longer there. One of them is here, and then there's a lid for the other one right here. But this one is mostly set type things, and I think these are pieces. I'll have to look at those a little more carefully. I'll have to decide exactly what I'm doing with this. I had somebody here sorting earlier today for a few hours, and they were working over here again. Ended up finding this blue base plate here, but this is the tote that had previously been under the desk, and they dumped the little bit that was left in the purple one, or the blue one down there, into it. And so as you can see, a lot of these categories are getting pretty full, so I have to start making some signs for the totes behind me over here so that we can start dumping pieces into these when these get full. So that's something I've got to do in the next day or two. But yeah, that is what's been going on here. Lots of additional minifig parts and stuff in here. That's really good. I know Ben will be excited about that. Looks like we've got a Boba Fett here. I'm not sure which one, and some Ninjago guy here, and all sorts of other little accessories and parts and all sorts of stuff like that. So that is what I've been working on, and lots of that going on. I have had a couple of orders in the last couple of days, but we're still only at, I think it's 7 or 9 orders for the month so far. So not a whole heck of a lot yet, but you know, there's still plenty of time in the month to get more orders. That is all I've got as an update at the moment. I'm going to try to get a couple of things done and then probably get some rest. As always, thank you very much. This is another little update that I'm just going to tack on to the end of the other one. I broke this chair. This is the chair I've been using over here for a long time now. And I went and I grabbed the handle, but on this side, as you see, it's much higher, and it started spinning like this. It was just spinning around and around, and I was like, well, that's kind of weird. So, and I couldn't get it to stop, and so I noticed it would lift up, so I pulled it off, but now I can't get it to go back down past that level. So it's up higher than it should be, and it spins. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I've been basically using the chair without the rest on it. Yeah, I don't really know what I can do about this. It's possible if I cut the metal down here, I can put this in and it'll be about the right level. I don't know. It's beyond my ability to know what to do. So that's the situation with the handle, or one of the armrests for the chair. So just a little addition there that I wanted to tack on to the end of that video. But yeah, so now we're going to get some stuff done. Thank you. Hello. It is Sunday night, and as you can see on this card here, there's still a bunch of these categories of modified brick here, but we finished all the connector ones except for the light gray and the light bluish gray, which Ben, who was here tonight, sorted for me. So these are ready to go. I can get this uploaded at some point. This is my reject pile at the moment still. We got a whole bunch more parts on the wall, and I'm beginning to think I'm going to have a problem with the place where I'm putting modified brick. Probably going to run out of space. So we're going to have to see how that goes. Now I do have 2 different places I'm putting the modified 1x brick in one place and the modified 2x brick in another. So it might be a case where, since I'm running low, I believe, on the modified 1x brick, the modified 2x brick may end up going, having some 1x brick in that area as well. So we'll see. The other thing I could do is I could move some of the Technic brick instead of with modified brick and put it with Technic. So there's some things, and I'll probably leave that as one of the later ones that I do, so I can kind of make that choice. But yeah, got a whole bunch of parts added in. I found a couple of parts in quantity that I didn't realize I had. I'm moving some stuff around in the garage. I brought a couple of things in. We'll go take a look. But yeah, I found a couple of small containers that had like 3 different pieces, but like in quantity. And so we got those added in. And so, yeah, that was a nice little like 700 piece boost. This was some of the stuff I brought in. I got these little pods. This is how they would sell them. It would be like in a blister pack or something, and there's a number of different ones. There's at least 4 different color ones. There's orange, 2 different greens, and the white, as you can see, and there might have been other colors. I think there was a blue one too, if I remember correctly. But this tote here was the one I had found previously, but Ben we went through that. We went through a bunch of the other stuff that was out there as well, and all of the minifigure stuff that was here, he's pretty much sorted except for this container right here. It's the only one left. So he's just slamming through all that. And as you can see, we have some additional Army Men piece stuff from Toy Story, which the person I know will probably be interested in. So we'll get a hold of him at some point and see if he's interested in those. So yeah, that is kind of the stuff that was going on over here. And then Ben kind of got to the point where he needed to get up and do something walking around. So I had him do a couple of things for me. And one of the things he did was over this way. Come over to the sorting areas. And you'll see that all these bins through here are now empty. He emptied all of these, and he actually emptied these over here, although as you can see, they've started to fill up again, because then he started sorting as well. So all of these had been emptied, and it looks like there's pieces in pretty much everything now. And what he did is he dumped them into these totes. Did it straight away. No bags or anything. We're just going to go directly into the totes. I think taking the time to put them in the Ziploc bag and then taking them out and putting them in the bags to wash over here is just too time consuming, so we're not going to do that. But yeah, that's what he did, a bunch of this as well, so that was really cool. I'm happy about that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've got going on. Oh, we did move some totes that are just sitting in the middle now because we had to make room over here so he could get to the totes to dump the stuff into them, but that's all right. Not a problem at all. But yeah, that is what we got going on at this point. And I think at this point, I'm going to cut it off here because I keep blabbering. And I'm going to splice all the videos together and then upload them and get them ready for tomorrow. So, thank you very much for watching. And the last time I checked, we were at 899 subscribers. So we're one away from 900, which means then it's like the last 100 subscribers towards that 1,000 goal. We'll have the new set giveaway at that point. And so, yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be kind of fun, and I can see this being something that this might happen at Brickworld, which would be kind of exciting. Brickworld is just over a month away, and I certainly haven't been getting 100 subscribers a month. So I'll get a few, and then maybe we'll get some more at Brickworld. So I'm hoping that, like, I can have a t-shirt to wear at Brickworld or something like that, and different things like that. So, yeah, we're getting there, and that's all that counts. So, thank you very much as always, and we'll see you in the next vlog.